Hello, so this is week 2 video observation journal, and the three prompts that I will be answering in today's observation journal is about the three questions would be: what do you observe relative to the criteria on the APERS form? What aspects of the classroom were appealing to you and which ones were not? And what was your overall impression of the learning environment? So first of all, I'd like to give you an overview of the classroom that I spent a couple of days observing, and which actually has a total of 2 or more hours that I observed in the classroom. And this is an SDC kindergarten classroom, and the teacher is Mrs. Joe, and that's not her real name, but Mrs. Joe is a first year teacher in SDC, and also she has 9 kids. I think she has 9 kids in her classroom, and I'm not so sure. I think she said 4 of them actually have um, are actually diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. And so this is her first year, but actually she has several years under her sleeve, working with kids, volunteering, and being a classroom assistant, working with teachers in the district that are teaching special ed as well. So, talking about the learning environment in Mrs. Joe's classroom, I could see that there were at least 3 other adults that were in the classroom, 2 of which were educational assistants, and the other one was a behaviorist. So she has 3 extra help that are available in the classroom. Um, During the time that they were working, it was very clear that the educational assistants and the behaviorists know exactly what their job is. 2 of the educational assistants were working with kids separately. 1 was working with 2 kids in they were working on a goal, and their goal was to identify and match upper and lower case letters. The other educational assistant had 3 kids um, in one corner in one section of the room, and she was helping these 3 kids work on beginning letter sounds. And so the teacher, on the other hand, she was seated in the middle of a kidney shaped table, and she had 4 students with her. And they were working on a math game, I believe. And she can easily see all the kids and all of the adults in the classroom without even like needing to stand up and needing to to look the other directions. But as I could remember, the classroom was really organized in a manner that everybody can be seen all in one glance. So that was pretty interesting about her classroom as well. Also, there are 4 sections in her classroom. One section was for she actually has a huge classroom. She's very lucky to have a huge classroom. The first section was for circle time. Second session was for her to work with them individually or in a group when they have that kidney shaped table. And also, some kids have desks on their own. And the third section was the snack area. There's a little kid size table and kid size chairs, and also it was located next to the sink where the kids are trained to do specific tasks before they can have their snacks. And lastly, the last section I could remember was they have a classroom library which they also use for a lot of the synthesization, and also when they work on listening to a story. And they also have bean bags all over the place. Whenever the kids needed the place to relax, they can actually crash on those bean bags. and it was really a nice place to relax as well. I would love to stay in that place if I had a chance. And learning environment, structure, and schedule. Unfortunately, I was, well, when I first come into the classroom, the first thing I'd look for, I'd wanted to know exactly what the schedule looks like. And unfortunately, I didn't see one in her classroom. I am assuming that the kids already know the routine, but I think it's still best to have those visual supports so that the kids will know exactly what's going on and what to expect, as opposed to just assuming that the kids already know what the routine looks like. And this was especially true when there was transitions and the kids were like didn't really know where to go. Some of them started to like walk towards the door, and the adults had like to prompt them that they are going to the next section, section or the area in the room where they're going to do some tabletop work. And the adults that were in the classroom were very well trained. They know how to redirect the kids, so I'm pretty impressed with that. The teacher did have some pecs with her, which was a lanyard that was she had a lanyard on her and had some pictures that she shows the kids that that prompts them that this is what they'll be going they will need to do next. And I think it would be nicer if um that would be a like big visualization or a big like a poster in the classroom where the kids actually get to see all of them get to see it all at once on the different activities that they'll be going to do during the day. So that's something that would probably need some improvement in that classroom. And positive learning climate and that area. Mrs. Joe has a wonderful, wonderful personality, and she is fun to be with. She has a lot of patience in store. She knows how to use kid friendly language to be able to reach the kids and also to redirect the kids to where they're supposed to go. Also, when the kids started to like whine, and then she would remind them about the rules that they have to follow in the classroom, and also she would show them the pictures that she has right around her lanyard, which tells them the which gives them a cue about certain behaviors that they have to follow as well. But unfortunately, it was just her that had the lanyard around her neck and the pictures. It would have been a lot better, and it would be my suggestion if I was given the chance to provide suggestion for her that to provide the lanyard for the other adults that are working with those kids so that there will be consistency towards providing that visual support for the kids. Because a lot of the kids are having problems with transitions. So, overall, the experience and my observation of the classroom was really appealing to me in the sense that the teacher was she had a very friendly disposition, and also the classroom looks well organized for me. Um, there's just a little bits and pieces that might need some improvement, but overall, I see that the kids are having fun. The kids understand that they are going to certain places, different sections in the classroom, and also it looks to me that it's a comfortable classroom, but at the same time, it has that rigor for the kids to like learn certain skills that will be needed when they are going into the real life in the in school, probably in a real kindergarten classroom, in the general ed classroom. So it was a good experience, and hopefully I'll have more chances to sit there and observe Mrs. Joe's classroom.